know what I see. Like I'm being locked. Oh. Come on. Man, they won't let you get in the place. They got us locked down like prisoners. They won't let you get in for nothing. Got the news channel there by here, but you can't get in. It looks like you can't. Nobody's here yet. Turn it on. Hello, we're back again. Of course, we're here at the location, but they got locked down like a prisoner. You can't get in the place. No one can be in here. Security guard here, all that, the whole 9 yards. So we gotta go down here then. No one really wants to be here today this morning. We're gonna watch some Minnie Johnson.
Have you heard about drop-in bathrooms? This company is looking for homeowners to trial these brand new, super easy to install drop.
This program roars on.
Device is hot. You come on.
And is doing record numbers. And so thank you very, very much, Stephen Colbert, in the breadlines, Howard Stern in the bread lines. Hopefully they can have their own little cry circle in their TDS therapy session. Ouch. Yes, we look forward, ladies and gentlemen, to having the full Holly interview played live right here. She will be our guest today. My name is Benny Johnson, and this is The Benny Show. Go gold in the golden era. Ensure that you are locked in for your future. Kenneth Rogoff is the IMF chief economist, and he has a new book out called Our Dollar, Your Problem. It's about how rising debt, inflation, and global de-dollarization can really threaten your retirement. You can get that free book today when you call Advantage Gold. Advantage Gold will send you a free copy of Our Dollar, Your Problem when you schedule a one-on-one precious metals appointment. Text Benny to 85545. Benny to 85545 to learn how to legally move your IRA or 401k into physical gold and silver, avoid taxes and penalties using a little-known IRS-approved strategy, and how to receive up to $10,000 in free gold.
News channel here.
Protect your retirement today before it's too late. Text Benny to 85545. That's Benny to 85545, or visit AdvantageGold.com.
Hold on, everybody here.
No cost adjustment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off the top with some news about someone who's near and dear to our show. ALX actually has a personal connection to Big Balls and the Doge team. This is an individual who's been on the news before. He was on Jesse Waters' show. Big Balls is not just a meme, he's a real person. And his name is Edward Constantine, and he's a young man who absolutely deserves a shot at making the country a better place. And he's engaged, I think, how old is he, ALX? How old is he? He's like his 20s. He's left everything in, he's 19. Okay, so he's almost in his 20s. Edward Constantine, famously named Big Balls, at 19 years old, has decided to sacrifice everything, very promising career, could do anything he wanted, and decided to move to Washington, D.C. to fix the rot and corruption in our federal government. What an honorable thing to do. What an honorable young man. Now, what else did he do? Well, he stopped a mugging and robbery in a place called DuPont Circle. DuPont Circle is very close to the White House. DuPont Circle is a place that is very expensive to live in. There are fancy little stores there, little shops, little bookstores, and coffee houses, and so on. DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C. is right next to Embassy Row. The vast majority of embassies around the world exist on or around DuPont Circle. So it is a very haughty and very expensive and very prestige area.
They won't let you get in there,
Big Balls.
It's so daylight, secured, you can't get in there.
Yeah, it's like right on the street. A woman was being attacked, mugged, and robbed. And Big Balls, true to his name, stepped in. And like the vigilante he is, with the Big Balls bat signal up in the sky, he decided to intervene, throwing, of course, all care to the wind. And for his trouble, he was left bloodied, nearly dead on the street. This is the young man, again, who has begun his young life just wishing to make our federal government work better for the people. And this is his reward, near-death experience. The group of young youths, as President Trump called them, beat Big Balls, and did so because, well, these 8 thugs know that they'll just be sprung directly from prison. They know that they'll be sprung from prison because Washington, D.C. is a failed state. Let's go ahead and read President Trump's Truth Social, and then I'm going to just chime in here ever so quickly with something a little anecdotal from my end, because there's a reason why we broadcast out of free state of Florida. Crime in Washington, D.C. is totally out of control. Local youths and gang members, some 14, 15, and 16 years old, are randomly attacking, mugging, maiming, and shooting innocent civilians at the same time, knowing they will almost be immediately released. That's a matter of fact. They're not afraid of law enforcement because they know nothing ever happens to them. But it's going to happen now. A law in D.C. must be changed to prosecute these minors as adults and lock them up for a very long time, starting at the age of 14.
The only thing we could do
The most recent victim was beaten
park the
mercilessly
car
by
and walk
local
around.
thugs. Washington, D.C. must remain safe, clean, and
There ain't
beautiful for
nobody really
America,
here.
and importantly, the world to see. If D.C. doesn't get this act together quickly, we will have no choice but to take federal control of the city and run the city how it should be run, and put criminals on notice that they're not going to get away with this anymore. Perhaps it should be done.
I might
had
just
been
get
done
out
a
there
long time
walking
ago.
by myself. And
Then,
I don't
this
just
incredible
stay
young
alive.
man, as President Trump posts
I
this
can walk
photo,
around going
and
during
many
my
others
time.
would not have to go through the horrors of violent crime in the city. I am going to exert my powers and federalize Washington, D.C., make America great again. Washington, D.C. is our capital city. We built this country. No parasite class has any right to go through and make it anything other than our city. What do I mean by our? What I mean by our city is that this is one of the most visited cities of all nationalities, all races, all people everywhere. The nations of the earth go to Washington, D.C. because it's the seat of Western civilization. And so if Washington, D.C. is in a state of collapse and crime and horror, then what does that say about Western civilization? What does that say about Christendom? What does that say about us as a people? If we're allowing the crime in Washington, D.C. to overtake the law and order, then that means that Western society is failing.
Oh, Liftard! How you doing, Liftard? I know, Liftard. But guess what, Liftard? I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna sit down with you all day. You know, I can't get to the location because your fucking Democrats are pussies. A little scary. I can't have an actual hotel, proper hotel. Because they gotta live in a fucking, like they're rich. They ain't rich. Little bitches hiding behind counters, man, little doors, walls, and fucking securities. So guess what, Lifters? I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna go enjoy my time right over here. So, see ya later. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.